Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. This is WOneal. I thank you for your consideration. Teacher well-being has a dramatic impact on social and emotional well-being of our students. The causal effects of declining teacher mental health and impact students' mental health and academic outcomes. By taking care of our teachers, we are taking care of our students. We can provide teachers with tools to manage stress. We can incorporate self-care practices and begin a dialogue to support teachers and foster a culture of self-care. Penn State highlights sources of stress for teachers. These stressors include ineffective and inaccessible school leaders, an unhealthy school culture, and lack of collaborative and supportive colleagues. As a principal, I would be mindful of my effect and these stressors and respond accordingly. As school leaders, we can address the needs of our students and caregivers with supports and resources on social emotional matters and improve overall life and well-being of our students and our families we serve. In partnership with districts and county mental health providers, we can educate faculty, parents, caregivers, and students on mental health and the warning signs. Regular communication of self-care to the home may include videos and newsletters. Virtual classes could be offered, such as guided mindfulness, meditation and yoga, and fitness fun day. Teaching students positive mindset, resilience, and how to engage virtually, construct peer interactions and actions that can be positive for their well-being. Additionally, we will utilize our school counselors. A comprehensive school counseling program is proactive, systematic, and targeted to support school growth and enhance student learning. School counselors focus on development of students' academic, career, and emotional needs. For the students to realize full academic potential, support teams, including the counselors, teachers, families, and administrators, are created and embedded in the school culture with a protocol of response planned and communicated. The Tennessee Department of Education Service to Students with Disabilities released guidance for us during our COVID and days off. These provisions, however, have not been updated, and we are anxiously awaiting new communications from our Department of Education on how we should proceed with virtual learning. What we do know is education access must remain equal to students receiving instruction on campus. I'm a parent of a son with dyslexia. I am a former special education teacher. I'm a literacy coach and a reading intervention teacher. I serve as a vice president of the Tennessee branch of the International Dyslexia Association, as well as on the Knox County Dyslexia Advisory Board. My professional and personal background, coupled with my network that stretches across the Southeast, will provide valuable resources and supports to our parents, students, and teachers of this unique population. Key to success hangs on building of relationships. Proactive and regular dialogue with the families is a building for success for focus. The service delivery method is virtual. Environment is less traditional, but we will rely on technology resources, staff innovation, and the family as an educational partner. IEP and 504 teams will continue to write measurable outcomes and meet the students' developmental needs. We will continue to empower parents and students to understand fully the IEP and 504, how to engage in the process in this new world and method, and reflect on students' achievements. The primary instruction and related services will continue. It will continue through a combination of approaches utilizing teletherapy. Initial evaluations, reevaluations can be conducted in combination while maintaining fidelity to the assessment. Annual reviews will continue online or in person, and continued communication, family input, teacher innovation, and flexibility will be crucial to this success. Key aspects of successful online learning include comprehensive, predictable, and precise communication between students, teachers, and parents. While useful and frequent contact with a student in your online classes facilitates student retention, as educators, we will want to excel rather than just retain our students. Online learning needs to include a sense of community to students enrolled in online classes to avoid the isolation students will experience during physical separation from their peers. The teacher fosters the sense of community in online classes, making the learning experience more meaningful for online students by helping them stay connected. The goal of the online communication is the same as it is in face-to-face communication. We seek to be heard, to share, to understand, and to bond. Communication with parents builds a culture of understanding, strengthens partnerships, and directly influences student outcomes. Communication from teachers and school leaders should be more than one platform. The most effective communication is two-sided. By implementing feedback outlets, all stakeholders can contribute to the conversation, increasing understanding and building trust. Communication which allows both sender and receiver to be active results in heightened benefits for all stakeholders. I was driven by my desire to learn new things and take on a challenge that pushed me to grow as an instructional leader. My professional history tells the story of innovation and successful outcomes to challenges. I have served as the assistant principal designee to a rural middle school where I steered the academic quality, ensuring all students receive exemplary instruction. As the chief administrator, in the absence of the lead principal, I directed the vision of inclusive culture and I responded to the daily needs of students, teachers, parents, and support staff. In 2002, I moved from the classroom to higher education, where I supervised pre-service teachers and taught classes on campus and online. I have taught online for almost a decade. While at the university, I was invited to join our state leadership under the Tennessee Race to the Top initiative. During my time as a Tennessee academic specialist, the schools I served met set requirements to close gaps, increased graduation rate by 5.6%, and were removed from the focus school list. I was hired by Knox County Schools and placed by Halls Middle School as the instructional coach. During my years as instructional coach, Halls Middle School earned Level 5 TVOS, Achievement and Growth, and 92% of the teachers on an individual learning cycle improved team measures by one or more points. My work involved facilitating all PLCs and professional learning, mentoring novice teachers, providing targeted coaching for 14 veteran teachers on an ILC, examining and reporting school-wide and individual data, serving as the RTI building level coordinator, and providing direction to the administrative team. With a proven track record in higher education and at the school district and state levels, I can bring a unique expertise and the necessary knowledge base and experience and character to facilitate the district's vision. I will expect teachers to instruct virtually to be able to build community, effectively communicate, and provide innovative instruction. The first weeks of school need to be devoted to community building. John Hattie's Visible Learning notes teacher-student relationship is a significant factor in student achievement with an effect size of 0.72. Students and caregivers are adjusting to a new normal. The relationship building extends beyond the student, building a relationship with these caregivers as a partner in education and providing technical training will aid in the transition to online learning. Effective communication builds a culture of understanding, strengthens partnerships, and has a direct influence on student outcomes. Communication methods would be more than one platform. The most effective communication is two-sided. Communication allows for both sender and receiver to be active and results in higher benefits for all stakeholders. By implementing these feedback outlets and exchange, all stakeholders have an opportunity to contribute to conversation, increase understanding, and build trust. A successful teacher who instructs virtually possesses the technical skill set to deliver and assess in multiple ways online. Just like in a classroom on campus, the teacher establishes expectations and protocols for virtual learning. The teacher holds a high expectation of his or her learners, allows students to have voice and choice, utilizes universal design practices, and focuses on authentic learning. Instructional delivery is standards-based, follows the gradual release protocol, and a combination of synchronous and asynchronous formats. The teacher has formative and assessments that are authentic and based on feedback over grades. Thank you for your time.